Trust is the highest form of human motivation. It brings out the very best in the people, and you'll agree with me. Good morning. And this morning, quickly, just like what we started on Monday, we are looking at how to build strong interpersonal relationship. And one of the things you can actually do to build that is to create trust. Okay, every relationship, okay, is built on trust, and that is the only thing that can sustain it. Okay, if you really want to sustain a relationship, then build it on trust. Build it mainly on trust. So let's look at our reflection this morning. We're going to be looking at the ant because we're going to be a bit faster. Okay, probably in 5 minutes we should be done again this morning. Trust me, from next week we're going to take our time to look at our devotions properly. I'm on the move everywhere, so it requires that I do this as fast as I can. And I believe I'm still going to get value at the end of the day. So what are the elements of trust we are looking at today? What are the things trust can give to us? So basically, where there is trust, there is no fear and there is no betrayal. And actually trust each other to that point that they believe that the soldier will do the work very well, the coin will provide what's supposed to provide for the production, the other ones will provide food. Everybody is doing his work. I remember where in Finland it was said that teachers trusted so much that they don't even supervise their work. I mean, can that be said of you that they believe that you can deliver? When they come to you by 10 o'clock, you are delivering. So when you do that, people trust you with a whole lot of things. And this is one of the things I really enjoyed over time. One of my mentors called me and was telling me that, no, if you're to be so person, I want, but for you, we believe you can deliver on this job. And that is a whole lot for me that no, I can't betray at this point. I can't just lower the standard at this point. I can't be said of you. Now, tomorrow we're going to look at how you can earn this, the stages you go through. And I please don't let us miss it. It's going to be very powerful stages that we can get to so that you can build trust with people. So let's quickly rush through it. Ants never waste energy doubting each other. They trust their fellow workers. I mean, can you trust your fellow? Can they also trust you too? They know that everyone will do their job, so they don't need micromanagement. I mean, and then leaders also need to learn this, learn to trust your followers, and then so that you don't need to micromanage them. And you to try to also deliver on the work so that nobody will micromanage you. I never like that around me. I tell people who work for me, please go ahead and deliver, think outside the box and solve the problem. We have to give our some teachers in a state, Yobe State precisely, on the reason why we gave them was that they had a problem in a particular work, and instead of them reaching out to us to say, okay, this is the problem, please can you help us this, they within themselves, I mean, they came together, looked inward and solved that problem. So when we got to Yobe State and we were like, okay, what's going on? They just told us, we've solved the problem, but this is just it. And I felt really good. I mean, we really like to celebrate them for this. I'm just saying that, don't look for me in Yobe, I'm not in Yobe. All right. Even in dangerous situation, ants follow the colony's direction without hesitation. They believe in their leaders. Okay, they believe this person is taking me to the right place. I just have to move very fast now. So, what are the things that trust can do again? Trust creates stability. Okay, you are stable at work there. Trust is also built over time. You need to understand this element about trust. That trust is not built suddenly. Nobody can just see you and then start trusting you. Of course, as much as nobody really wants to stress themselves, we also want to be sure that okay, over time that we have related with you, we can trust you. And how do you do that? Don't miss tomorrow's session. Okay, trust can be lost in an instant and it can also be built over time. Okay, you can build the trust for so many years and then you lose it, so you need to be very careful with trust. As soon as they lose trust in you, trust me, it will take a long time for you to rebuild it back. I'm just jumping this. um, when you betray a whole colony, the entire environment becomes weak. If you say organization, schools where people feel betrayed all the time, it's very weak. Hardly will they achieve a whole lot. I see that a lot in schools where teachers cannot trust one another. The school cannot trust you. You are still employed there, but they still cannot trust you with information of the school. So everything becomes weak. We have to do a whole lot before we can achieve results. We have to follow up with you all the time before you can deliver the result. Before you know it, the entire school is weak. Imagine everybody is delivering maximally. You can imagine what the students' results will look like. You can imagine what the turnover, the influx of parents in the school will look like. I know schools where teachers will even be telling parents, don't bring your children here. Don't worry. They are not. I mean, you don't do that, okay? You don't betray your environment. Once you get to that stage where you want to betray, I advise you, take a walk and leave the organization. You are not meant to be there. I mean, nobody is forcing you. Trust means also you protecting others, even when they are not watching. Are you doing that? Can they trust? If you really want to build a strong relation with someone, then they are sure that when they close their eyes, you are watching. When they ask you to come and scratch or to eat or to help them with something behind them, you are doing it with all sense of trust that they know that you are doing it well. Trust um, a trusting community is a thriving community. A trusting community is a thriving community. So I'm just going to come to just bring it to an end now. Just to know that if you want to build a strong relationship, trust is it. Maybe this morning, this evening, as you are close from work, or this morning as you are going to work, look into it yourself and ask yourself, how can I start building trust in myself? Do you even trust yourself to deliver? First, I think it starts with you. Okay, once you can believe in yourself to deliver, then start looking in your environment. Who are the people I can put in my team I can trust? Okay. And then how can I even deliver? Can good things be said of me that you can actually deliver? I'm going to be closing with a story of a man who wanted to save a snake. So this man saw a snake in a hole and then decided to rescue the snake. As he put his hand into the hole, the snake bit him and he kept on struggling. As he struggled to rescue the snake kept on biting him. And at the end of the day, he was still able to rescue the snake out of the hole. And people came to him and asked him, Mr. Man, you were trying to rescue the snake and the snake kept on biting you. Why didn't you give up? And he said, it is the nature of the snake to bite. It is my nature to help. Okay, can people trust to that point that you will not break your character even when things are breaking around you, and you still trust yourself? They still trust in you that even when things are down, when all the chips are down, you are still standing. That is the fulcrum of relationship. They can trust you that no, come what may, Mr. Olasunkanmi is still standing with us. It will still not break his own character. He will still not break the code of the relationship. He will still not break the code of the organization just because something is going wrong outside. Let's look at words of affirmation quickly today as we call it a beautiful day. I am trustworthy. My words match my actions. I protect, not betray. I build, not destroy. I create an atmosphere where trust grows and where fear has no place. Like the ant, I thrive because I choose unity over division. Thank you very much for joining this morning. We'll see you again tomorrow where we're going to look at stages of trust. Remain blessed and thank you for being a trustworthy teacher. You are highly celebrated.